Okay, so we're back. Kenny Stevens flight. We were down in the pits helping Billy get back bandaged up. He's got several cuts on the finger. What happened? The engine started without the battery. PAs are high compression engines that I think Alan Brickhouse had one do that. Or VMAXs too. Sometimes I've had them do that. I guess any engine could do it. It's not really the design of the engine, but the good thing is Frank McMillan had a first aid kit, I had a first aid kit, and Billy will go like a soldier and give him the second round shot. Now I remember, and it's not like something you ever forget. I remember, I'll tell you the year, let's think it was 87. I was trying to catch somebody's plane and the engine had shut off inverted, and on the way out to try to catch it, I tripped and skinned my hand all up, and I remember flying in the Walker fly-off with all kind of tape and all kind of sympathy vote things on my hand. So anyway, this is Kenny Stevens, and we're in the middle of round 2. Kenny Stevens, second official. Okay, Billy Warwich repitted up, bandaged up, ready to go round 2. I don't know if you can see in the background is the Smith Brothers Electric P-47 flying. I'm not sure if you can see it real well while we wait for Billy to get started. Yeah, you can see it in the background. Second flight, Billy Worley. Okay, this is Richard Oliver setting the judges, and we're getting ready. Wind is just perfect, air is just perfect. This is probably the nicest weather I've ever seen in Muncie for flying stunt. Little breeze away from the sun. Jose just told us that Matt Newman is leading the first round and Billy's in second. Richard Oliver, second official. This is the junior down at the other end while Matt's running out his fuel. I thought we'd try to get a minute or two of him flying his electric P-47. If we had more people and more cameras, we might be able to get all the juniors. I was sorry that I can't get them all, of course.
Yeah. See how I'm like? More money. I thought my wife found it. Hey, I'm only asking for $5. Your wife could be asking for 500. So she just takes it. Oh, you stop whining for forgiveness.
Okay, they're taking their judge break. We're going to get the camera more downwind if we can. Try to get 3 different angles here for trying to document some of the flying, some of the action. Yeah, the judges are starting to whizzle back now. We're going to try to get some. See, the sun is a problem here. Even though this is probably a better angle, but going to get sun reflection. But we'll, it looks like we're going to get all 3 rounds. And then we're heading out for a big ride home. The big 11, 12-hour ride home. Richard Oliver's getting ready to start off the last round. Richard's first in the last round. Now what we're going to try to do is, as soon as the last flight is over, we're going to leave. There's usually a gap of time of about a half an hour before they post the final score, and we really would like to get a half-hour start on our trip. We have a long trip, and I don't like to do the last half of it being totally exhausted and driving in the dark because my eyes are not that good anymore. So what we'll try to do is have Rich or Edie or somebody call us with the results, and when they've done that in the past, we've been a nice chunk into the trip. It gives us a little break on the way home. This has been such a good week. No matter what I ever remember about this, the flying, the friends, the pizza, the Dairy Queens, just everything has just been great. Great seeing some new people in the top 5, of course. Great seeing some legends fly.
Go with a handle. He said he'll never live with He's got a lot more practice than to do. They always say In order to write fly ball, but I can't. Oh, you have great characters. I love them. You could have the brass band. You could end it. You can begin everything and you'll end everything. Oh, is that the white powder? Yes, male hairdresser. Feel like
They don't like to move a tripod around, obviously the people get in front of it. Billy Werwood, well, not much we can do about this crowd in front of us. Who's taking the camera? You got it. Winfred.
real story. I made it up.
Okay, so I think this is the last flight of the fly-off. Matt Newman. Wish we could get some of these people out of here. I don't think it's going to be happening though. And if we get any further downwind, all you're going to see is sun reflection. So let's see if we can at least see part of the flight. Looks like Billy's hand stopped bleeding. We checked the bandage on his hand. I think he's going to be good to go. Donated the rest of the first aid kit to the Werwich Stunt Fund. Let's see what we got. Matt Newman. This will be the last flight of the Walker Fly-Off, and as soon as it's over, we'll be headed out.
What a wonderful personality. And you know, why haven't we heard about her? I made her up. I did this in the so now it's her. I barely even wrote it.
What's happened as we've gotten down in the rounds, more people have come out of the shade to watch from downwind. So now we've got, let's take a head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Looks like about 35 people, which is good. It was a little thin this morning. Obviously some people sleep late. They don't have to get up early in the morning. Got some good pylon racing going on over there. And this will be the last maneuver of the 2010 Top 5 Fly-Off. And we're headed out on the road again. So we're already in the middle of Ohio. When we get the results are that Billy Werwich was the overall winner, Doug Moon was second, Matt was third, Richard Oliver was fourth, and Kenny was fifth. And Rich was very proud of the fact that on the third round he had the highest score. So read 'em and weep, wait till next year, and we're just going to try to enjoy our next 10, 11 hour ride home.
Over their plates, protecting their bacon and eggs. 3 men in dirty clothes, wrapped in the corner. Only smoothed out the newspaper so I could see the picture on the...
Check this out, the Goodyear blimp is back in town. Now on the way here we got to see the Goodyear blimp, on the way back we get to see the Goodyear blimp. Holy mackerel, it must be our lucky day. Some all chromed out Harleys, women riding Harleys, Goodyear blimps in the air. That's very cool. We don't get to see the Goodyear blimp that often. I remember when Todd Lee, last time he was by our house, he was flying a blimp?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the Goodyear blimp or what, how many blimps there are. I guess the blimp just flies around Goodyear World Headquarters all day long like an advertisement or something. Should have windy video blimp. Now we're coming up on the midpoint of the trip here. About 30 miles into the Pennsylvania border is the mid-trip point of the trip. Look at this, Karen. Check this out. You imagine when you go sliding off at the back of that. That's an R1. That's the motorcycle that I have. It definitely doesn't look comfortable. Okay. Well, we're almost to the Pennsylvania border, which we got to go in about 20-30 miles, and that's the midpoint of our trip. I guess Pennsylvania doesn't have a helmet law either. I don't know. They're in Pennsylvania already, aren't they? Or maybe not. Guess whatever makes you happy. Now, always on our ride back, and well, both ways, this is the highest point right here where the sign is, the highest point of elevation on Route 80 east of the Mississippi. And then, needless to say, we're on the top of the mountain all the way down. There's some really scenic views, as you can see, even though there's construction here. Some really scenic views that make an 11-hour ride a little more enjoyable. Now we're coming up on the last hour or two of the trip. So far, very uneventful, and giving me a lot of time to think about what I want to do in creating my new shop for Karen and I next year. We're going to take a year off modeling and rebuild our shop, make an art studio, and hopefully modernize my model making area. So it's our project for next year.
That's it. I think I've had enough for tonight.
Right at the beautiful Delaware Water Gap here. Entering New Jersey, and we'll have about an hour of driving in the dark, and we'll be home again, jiggity jig. That is the Delaware River right out there. And all that's left now is get up early tomorrow morning, clean up the van. What a great adventure. That's 30 nats in a row we've been to. Quite an adventure. Hope you enjoyed the tapes. Please share it with all your friends. Now being back home, putting all the stuff away, and I really, looking back at this Nats, it was just fabulous. This really was one of the best. But I wanted to thank all the people that over the years have contributed videos and pictures to my subscriber videos. I wanted to take one final look at this shop, the way it's set up. I've spent the better part of 20 years in this shop building models of every size and shape. It's been my home away from home. It's been my home of home. I spent many long nights here, many long days. But now it's over. The next time you get to see a Windy subscriber video, we're going to be taking a sabbatical from modeling. We're going to be traveling to Europe, to Hungary on the Danube River, Budapest. And then what we're going to do, we're going to come home and we're going to gut this area of our house. And this is going to be quite an extensive operation. We're going to pull all the walls down. Karen would like to have an art studio with proper lighting. All of these tables and benches are going to go. This is all old stuff. We're going to get rid of our whole computer setup here, put it upstairs in the house. This whole area here is going to be a rather big, I hope, rather modern, up-to-date kind of a shop. And I've never had a shop that's made just to have fun in. I've always had a shop that the objective of the shop was to earn money as well as build model planes. Well, that's all going to change. By the end of this year, we'll be totally retired. And one thing Karen and I are both looking forward to is spending some time in our new shop. She loves to make doll houses, bird houses, miniatures, painting. She goes to 3 art classes a week. Some of her paintings have been displayed around our house as well as some of our neighbors and friends. But I wanted to take one last look at this shop. This will probably be the last time you ever get to see this shop on video. It's been my home away from home. It's been just as good as it gets. And it's always sad at the end to all the pictures George Venturini made me over the years. It's always sad to think that we're closing another chapter of our life. But at the same time we're closing it, we're opening up a new one. And we got a little bit of time left on the end of this video, and I want to look back over our 25 years, and it is 25 years that I've tried to document the Control Line Stunt event, as well as help people build and finish models. And there's a little time left on the end of this video. I want to share some of the memories that I think made that time pretty special. And I've enjoyed every hour of it, and I hope you've enjoyed the videos that I've made over the years. There's over 1,000 titles, and over 60,000 copies have been gone out worldwide. And I know somewhere in there's somebody that learned how to finish or build a plane, or just enjoyed being at a Nats like the one we're at, where maybe they financially or physically couldn't be there. It allowed them to be there. So enjoy these last couple of minutes, and when we start if you're a subscriber, when we start our new series on ripping out the shop, we're going to make a couple of videos on that. Maybe something that interests you. But either way, The next time I build a model, I'll be building alongside of Karen, and she'll be painting while I'm building. I'm looking forward to that more than you can imagine.
We need to get some input from Bob Palmer. What do you think? Do you think those wingtips are the right shape? Absolutely. Yeah, you wouldn't put nobler tips on anything for all the money in the world, right? Hey, George, we're talking about you. Forget those noblers, right? Ooh. That's right. And for anybody who doesn't know, Bob Palmer has an all-new design, the T-Bird 4. Gonna have plans available pretty soon. Elliot's gonna draw plans. Bob's gonna make so much money, he's gonna be coming in a limo next year.
And take us all to Dairy Queen every night.
We're gonna take him to Dairy Queen as soon as we get done flying. They said Palmer can only hold one Dairy Queen. We're gonna see if he can hold two. You will today. Yeah. Oh, that's high-tech stuff. Believe me. Oh, George wouldn't even know what that is. No. What's that? Really? Yeah, no, yeah. He's a good motor. Good motors, baby. Well, we got to fly. I hope we got 6 in the order there. I think 4 or 5 left. And enjoy the flight. Let's hope we make it. And then it's off to Dairy Queen.
Is that as low as it looked?
Yep. Yep, it was.
Okay.
Yeah, that was low.
Man, them twins sound good.
Different from Jim Ford. So she did everything you wanted. Yeah. But not to him. I have to taste on, salt and raw balls. Would you prefer to be standard here out here? Yeah. I just saw that.
Wendy's spilling root beer on the ones he doesn't want to compete with.
It's easier to make their planes ugly than mine pretty.
See, with mine,
As always, you were sleeping at the switch, right?
I fell asleep at the switch.
Sleeping at the. Now, why do I believe that?
Literally.
Why do I believe that? Sleeping at the switch.
It's raining. What am I going to do, huh?
Eddies, Eddies, Eddies. Needs more wax.
When you're enjoying your retirement.
So far, it's been 3 great days. Who else can I spend a better day in retirement this early year?
A lot of pretty planes. Boy, you can pick them. If we were at the Nats, there'd probably be 10, 12, 15 planes in the front row. Hey, T-Bird. Do you like the B-25, Mr. Palmer? Nice elliptical tips, elliptical twin rodders. Imagine twin rodders, Palmer.
You know who built that, sir?
No.
No friend of yours, huh?
Nice.
You're part of the
Guy's
television
wasting
crew.
all that time.
Just think of all the thinner that he smelled doing it.
Yeah.
That must not be right.
Brain it wasn't right to begin with. That didn't help either.
Yeah, but he'll fit in with the rest of us.
Fit right in like a glove.
John DeTavio assisting. Typhoon, 91 4-stroke. Thank you, Larry.
He finally got it out of the car. Counter-rotating Sato 40s.
Is that Wendy Urtanowski flying?
No, you better not be. That is wild. Huh. Very wild. Raby, get the hell out of the way. You're missing stunt history here, baby. I thought it was Al Raby's Hornet, and it turned out to be the Comet. Very cool. Very counter-rotating. Whoa.
Let's see what kind of hourglass he gets out of it.
And he flies well as well.
Yesterday he was really cheating on the last corner.
I know a guy in Texas used to do that too. Wait a minute. In Jersey too.
Hey, I remember that remark.
That looks pretty good to me, Al. I don't know about you. I think you owe him an apology.
Well, he makes a liar out of it. Everybody knows I'm a liar.
Al, is that cool or what? Come on, come on. Ante up to the bar.
That's it.
I got a way to solve that problem. Don't fly in the wind.
Hey!
Howdy. What are we going to do?
More fun than watching the competition.
Yeah.
Everybody in the field is watching this thing. Nobody's watching the world competitors. Now, if the engine shut off within 2 laps, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Come on, tell me that isn't cool, everybody. Give this guy a round of applause. Holy mackerel. All right! Woo! That is so cool. Two Sato 40s, counter-rotating.
Where's that guy going? 2 days before you fly.
France. This is Gilbert Beringer. He was going to fly this in a competition, but it wasn't ready the other day. It didn't fly well in a wind. I wouldn't give a shit if it didn't fly in a wind at all. Just cool.
Absolutely.
Take it out of the car and stop the show. That is definitely cool. Tell you one thing, his twin is a lot quieter than mine. That is a lot quieter than mine by a giant amount. One's out. One lap. He's got me beat already. He's going to have these off in 2 laps. Nah, now he doesn't have me beat. Now it's a tie. 3 laps. Oh, God. All right. Woo! Rich Jacobone got 17, Paul Walker 17, D. Rice, Benny and the Jets, Casminato, Matt Newman, and Rich, of course, tied. The 2 Stukas tied again. Every year they tie. Everything from the second row back is 17.
17. It's like 917.
917s.
This one is still pretty old.
And these are the 16s. Let's get the 16s. This is the 16 row. What do they have them in rows here? I can't tell. Or is this all 16? 16, 16. You're tied again. See, if you had dihedral, these guys are tied again. You and Matt tied. What a bore. These guys aren't even fun to watch anymore.
Huh?
The 2 Stukas tied again. But this is the last year.
This is the last year.
That's no more Mr. Nice Guy.
That's right.
I didn't do too bad for my 2-year-old boy.
No, not bad, not bad. 15. Where's Kent? Kent got 14. .14 row. 13-point row.
Beautiful planes.
Oh, you know, even the ones in the back are nicer than years ago.
I'm saying, even the ones in the
Unbelievable.
back.
Really is unbelievable. Now, where did the European models go? They're in the front. Oh, yeah, I didn't see them.
And it's one thinking as well.
13s. 12s.
Pizza, pizza.
Hey, pizza, pizza. 11s. 10.
This uses have all
We have people that do that too. You can get a picture shot of the whole crew.
There.
Because I won't be able to do that.
Again. 2 years in a row he's done pretty cool. So that's a big joke.
What would be great is a Mustang photo shoot. 9 Mustangs.
Huh? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking for Mike Scott.
These are all the 17s, 3 18s, and Bear in a row, all by himself. This the front runner is Bob Gieske.
Don't you wonder what is their criteria after this?
If you're from Romania, they put you in a back row. That's the criteria.
Okay, good.
Where's your plane? 15?
It's just 15 right there.
Okay, so what's wrong with that?
Hey, I did good. I mean, it's a
That's
3-year-old plane and it's
You bet.
all dinged down, banged up and stuff
Quit
like
while you're ahead, baby. Quit while you're ahead. We want to, this is the first electric, you're in advanced?
Yep.
Okay, a full official flight. Get through any pattern. Make it 90 degrees if you have to. Nobody's going to remember that part of it.
Yeah.
Then if you don't, you got to fly again, so get it over with. The electric. Keep a hand on it, especially a light guy like that, man. That plane even looks nice. I like it.
Thank you.
Cool. The hardest part of any electric flight is fueling it up.
number? Flight number.
24.
You haven't flown yet? Have you flown yet?
Oh no, the Mike's 24.
That's what I mean.
When are you, Danny?
No, we're getting ready
Well,
now.
I'm just trying to figure out how.
Danny, are you at the end of the round?
I already flew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mikey's the last of our guys. I don't see anybody else. Suarez is done. Getting set up. I'm not sure. I think they're on setting the judges up here. It's really, really buffety. You might not realize it, but the engine is running. This is it. When he releases the plane, stunt history is in the books. This is the world's first electric official flight by Mike Palco from the Philadelphia Club. Mike has 2 of these ships, and Mike is a very talented young man. Not only in making the plane, but making it fly. And if it'll fly in these conditions, where we damn near crashed the bomber before, Ted Fancher has crashed his plane. And I'm glad we're getting this from 2 tapes because I see a dead battery light coming on. Get as much of it as we can, and we do have it on another camera. We have just roasted these batteries. I've gone through, I don't even know, I think we had 6 or 5. The heat is just killing them that we're cycling them so fast. And I'm sure years from now you're going to see a lot more electrics. If other people weren't flying, it's eerie. It sounds like there's no sound. I don't know if you can hear the sound on the video. See it on the video, but it is really gusting. And it's absolutely dangerous to fly. You're lining people up around a circle to catch the planes when they land. We were really worried we'd lose the bomber today. Mikey goes vertical. Looks like it goes vertical effortlessly. And a little bit, but if you're new to conditions here, if you could feel the wind blowing, you'd be impressed how well this young guy is doing. All right, Mikey. Now that takes some piloting skill to get through that last corner. Bob McDonald had an accident. I don't think a serious one, but did some damage to the plane. All right, good save, Mikey. Here we go. Just get around here, back up as much as you have to. Get through it, get over the top. Oh my God, he's gonna get tired of points. All right, Mikey! Go for it. All he's got to do is get through the clover, and it's an official stunt pattern. Whoa! Did you see the wind hit that? Woo! All right, Mikey! Woo! Woo! Mike Falco, the world's first electric stunt pattern.
Right?
Pick it up. It's carbon fiber. Don't put your finger through it.
Well, it's like, but it's got a lot of pointy things here.
Yeah.
Oh my, I got some waiting stuff. Jeez, my stuff like this. You're liable to get a hernia. Oh man. This is great. Here, hold the back.
You're going to be here for the Nats? Les, I'm not allowed to fly it till Sunday.
Okay.
Get a picture. Les McDonald.
Great.
Man, that's a thrill.
Where's my wife when I need it? This is like really cool, Wendy.
What's the hole in the bottom for?
Dropping bombs out.
A little.
Is that different or what? Now tell me the truth.
Amazing.
Is that different?
Like a molded thing of some sort.
It's molded carbon fiber.
Get a picture of Wendy and I, please.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it now.
Oh, this shit.
It's the molding stuff. It's the stuff I
How do you
invented.
do this stuff?
Hey! All right, don't let it go, baby.
All right, you got it?
No.
No, you take it. You take it.
Look inside. Look inside. Feel it. That's how thick it is.
Holy shit.
All comes apart into all these hatches, come over you, everything. Full carbon
Oh,
fiber.
that's those little holes.
I'm stunned.
Cool, isn't it? It's just cool. It's like having a Ducati.
You have way too much free time.
You don't get beat by the Yamaha. It's still cool having a Ducati.
Too much free time.
It corners like that.
Let me put it back in there. Get it out of there. Anybody else want to take a picture while we're... How about you? You want a picture?
Fine.
You want to hold it?
I've seen it.
Okay, I'll see you.